What is probability? Anybody want to tell me what we're going to use since it's probably the second time we've heard this? Probability is the likeliness that something will happen. And in mathematics, when we talk specifically about probability, we split probability into like a fraction. Let's see, here's my probability line. Okay, where if something has a zero probability of happen, that means it will not happen. Certain to not happen. For example, if I asked you what the probability that today is a Thursday, that would be absolutely positive 0 because there's no way that today is or could be a Thursday since it is a Tuesday. Now that ranges all the way to over here where if something is absolutely positively going to happen, it has a probability of 1. Probability of 1 might be the probability of a day of the week ending in Y. Okay. And usually when we talk about that, by the way, rather than writing that out in big words there, we usually go something like this. The probability of, and then in parentheses, you put what you want, a day of the week ending in Y, which I don't know why I wrote a W before, day of the week ending in Y would equal 1. So if something falls exactly in the middle here, which means it is, well, I like to use the word 50-50, but it's as likely as not to happen. As likely as not. What fraction do you suppose that would be? Alex?
1/2.
Perfect. And then things that fall, fractions that are less than 1/2, 3/8, whatever, 1/6, whatever, falling in this range means it's unlikely that something is going to happen. And things that fall greater than 1/2, it's likely for things to happen. And now notice there's no guarantee. The only two guaranteed spots are right here, 0 and 1. Those are guaranteed that's going to happen. But if your probability of something is, 99 over 100, is there a certain little prospect that it might not happen? Yes, there's a little hope, there's a little glimmer, a little like you playing the lottery. Okay, I don't know what the probability of you winning is, but it's probability is like 1 in what?
How many people
250
enter?
million or something like that. Something like that. Probability of you winning is something like that. That means you're so close to it not happening. You're way down here. But is there a chance? Is there a small little inkling that you might? Sure there is. And that's why the lottery exists, for all those people who really think that little chance is going to be them. Someday you should figure out what the other thing is. All right, are we ready to move ahead? All right. New piece of paper because you have to start with a different word. And that is, well, we didn't really cover it. Can we go back to probability since we got it out here? We already know this here. Well, let's say you're rolling a dice. If I asked you what the probability of rolling a 2 is, I'm sure we've done probability before. On the bottom of the fraction is how many different possibilities there are. So I guess it would be equal different choices. How many different choices are there when you roll a die? Dice. Yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many of those 6 are the number 2? Just 1. There's only 1, 2 on the dice. So your probability of rolling a 2 is 1/6. What about the probability of a number that is even? What would that be?
3.
How many of those 6 numbers are even? 2, 4, and 6, so probability is 1/2. How about this? What is the probability that you'll get a number that is less than 2? How do we use the less than sign here? How many less than 2 numbers are there on 6-sided dice?
1.
Logan?
1.
Just 1. You can't include 2 because 2 is equal to, not less than. Got that? Perfect. Now chance. Add to chance. Is there a chance we can do chance? Let me stop this thing. Stop this crazy.